So we've had some electric fence issues this last week. Had some ice and a little bit of wind, so some branches have fell and busted a couple of the posts back there and knocked down the wire. So instead of just leaving the steers back there because we have more winter weather coming, they're calling for like 1 to 6 inches of snow. No one really knows. We're just gonna go ahead and move them into the front today. Right in this area is where we had the most problems. Got these trees that overhang the fence. You can see this last week, we just lost all kinds of branches off of it. They got up here and lay on the wire and ground it out. So we ended up getting the fence hooked up. New post ran. I put 2 wires out all the way to the road there just because I figure this is the area that they'll be coming over to see the heifers at. That way there's a little bit of extra electric here. And this is one thing we want to do this coming spring is replace all of our electric fence with new wire, this poly wire. After a couple of years of us tying it and moving it around and just, stuff getting against it, sticks, cows rubbing against it, stuff like that, we noticed it's starting to get a little weak in some spots. So I put up some good wire here in the front that we had, some of the leftover stuff, and we're hooking it up to our actual plug-in electric charger here, so we know we'll be getting good voltage. And with this, I'm going to use the new style gate hook to connect the electric fence that the steers will be in now over to the pen with the heifers because it'll all be running off the same charger. This is another product we use from Gallagher. It clamps onto the fence, flashes red whenever power comes through. Just has a little cable you plug into the ground there for your ground. Gets its power from the fence. This way at dusk, dark, anytime you just need to look quick glance, see if the fence is on. You can see this light. I mean, we can see it from the road, so works out pretty good for us. So now the fence is up, we'll go ahead and let the steers off the feeding floor and see how they react. Well, one of the steers have already tried to walk through the fence. That's why I'm glad I put up 2 strands of that poly wire here. He got shocked by the charger, so he backed off of it, but I kind of figured everybody was gonna, congregate in this area since it's right across from the heifer pen, and that's why I ran 2 wires there just to kind of reinforce that electric fence since these guys have been used to a fence that was either broken or not getting a full charge for the last 4 or 5 days. They're getting a little more risky and wanting to test it. Well, it's supposed to start snowing here later this evening, so we went ahead and put straw down here into the steers' loafing pen. Right now they're out just enjoying the cool weather, but they'll probably make their way down here as soon as it starts snowing. So we put down 2 fresh bales here for the heifers in their spot. They got plenty of hay there still, as you can see. They actually came up here to check it out. Wanted to see what I was doing in here in their pen. They've just been sitting outside there. Them and the steers there, you can see in the front field, just been sitting out here enjoying the day. Hasn't been too cold, probably right around high 20s, low 30s, so that's not too bad on them when it's dry like this. But once it starts snowing, like I said, they'll all seek shelter. So we got the snow that they talked about, but it's warmed up today. It's been raining, so it's pretty sloppy. You can see it's not really frozen underneath there right now, so the heifers are hanging out here in their pen. That's why we like to put fresh bedding down whenever we know there's a storm coming. You can see they've been laying in there, really disturbed. It has some flat spots, nice warm place to lay, but they have been out walking around here, so it gives them a place to get out of the weather and stay dry. And well, it's Sunday, so that means the steers need to get another bale of hay, which we're down here to do. They've been out exploring today already. We'll go check out the loafing pen after I put this hay up and see if they used it last night. So everybody can tell that they spent the evening in here last night just by the way the bedding looks. If you look around, it's all packed down. There's signs of them being in here for a while. We're supposed to get more snow tonight, so Rachel will probably end up putting some straw in here tomorrow for them because this will get kind of sloppy with especially how warm it got today. But they like to stay in here whenever we get some bad weather, and then they'll still adventure out once it clears up. Well, one thing I regret is not bringing the round bale down to him yesterday when I had the chance, when we were putting the straw out for him. I should have just done it then, but we had other stuff to do because today it got kind of sloppy. You can see here around the feeders how much of a mess everything is, but live and learn. Well, that'll wrap up all the chores over here at the bank barn for the day. We just really wanted to come over and make sure we got the hay out for the steers for the week and just make sure everybody was staying comfortable, everybody's doing okay throughout this weather. I'm glad to see the steers and heifers both got into the shelter that we had set up for them, took advantage of that. It just makes it nice knowing that they stay comfortable and stay out of the weather whenever we have snowstorms like that. That'll basically wrap up this video. Please remember to like and subscribe.